Look at this box set, Birdy. I had no idea what it was, what it was when I picked it up, but I thought it would make a good video. So here we are. We're gonna open this together. Look at this. This is like an embossed, like a silver embossed, kind of like a nice logo of the Birdy logo from the film. Full disclosure, I have no idea. Like, I've never seen this movie. I'm not like overly familiar. This is a Phil Collins channel, so I'm not overly familiar with Peter's deep soundtrack work. I've seen this soundtrack on vinyl used all the time. And I've been meaning to pick it up, to be honest. One of our good friends, one of our good supporters, sent me a copy on cassette, so I do have it on cassette. I haven't listened to it very much, but I did listen to it when I got this. So here's what we got. We've got this cardboard box. I'm going to try to show you as much B-roll as possible. I've put the link. It's kind of hard to find. I had heard about it recently, and I wanted to unbox it here on the channel. And so I'll show you the link in the description where I got this. But so we have this lid box, right, which isn't like right off the start. I don't love these boxes, only for the reason of like there's no spine. And so my collection, the way I work with vinyl, and this is a lot more than vinyl. It's insane what is in this box. But there's a lot more than just vinyl in here. But the way I like to collect things is like having all my spines out. So this is kind of something you would have on your shelf facing forward. I'm curious if any of you were able to pick this up or know what this is. But okay, so let's lift the lid, and then here we go. There's the lid, and then this is insane. I can't hold this up. But this is just packed. It is packed full of stuff. So I'll give you a quick overview, and then we'll go one by one. So real quick, this is like a film, right? It's a movie. I've never seen the movie. I'm more of a Buster guy myself, but I've never seen this movie. Let me know in the comments if you think I should watch the movie. And it's a soundtrack that Peter did. I don't think it's his, like, from what I understand, what I've been reading is like there's a lot of like reused material that was like from the cutting room floor in the studio that he used to put the soundtrack together. If you listen to it, you can hear little pieces of are on this record. Okay, so first off, we have all of these printouts, which are reproductions of, this is just a download code, but like reproductions of, this is like some sort of like promotional TriStar pictures. I remember that logo when I was a kid. There's photographs or screen grabs from the film here. So that's pretty cool. Music by Peter Gabriel. So this is like, we'll go through everything, but a poster. So lots of paper stuff, a lot of like, what do you call these, like glossy promotional photos? Like this is like tons and tons of stuff. So we'll go through all that in a second. Then becomes the new reissue of the vinyl. So this is 180 gram vinyl. It's been remastered 33 1/3 half speed remaster, which includes the download card. And so this is brand new, right? And this is like a newer mix or a newer master. And this is from, this is 180 gram. It's black vinyl. So that's brand new. I've opened it because I was listening to it. And then the last thing here is like, look at this. This is a Blu-ray of the film. It's the Blu-ray special edition of the film. So we have the vinyl, we have the Blu-ray, and then we have all of the special stuff. So the Blu-ray, you know what that is. The vinyl is new, so it's like it's a kind of a more modern version. But what's really, really cool is all of these inserts. So let's go through them real quick. So you have, these would be like, this is like a high quality paper. So these are like pictures from this would have been stuff that would have gone out to like the press and trade publications and stuff to promote the film. So it's like all the information about the film, but it's a lot of screen grabs from the film. So if you're like a big fan of the film, you know what would be really great is if they did one of these box sets for Buster, or even like Tarzan or something. That would be really cool. Like a box set for Buster would be sick. That's actually makes me think that like, I'm surprised that Buster's never been reissued on vinyl. I mean, it's not too hard to find on vinyl. I see it a couple times a year in my travels and record fairs and record stores. I mean, it's probably a little bit more easy to find on cassette, but vinyl, it's out there. But like, why haven't we done a reissue? We should do a reissue of that. Like, people get on that. Maybe on red vinyl or something. But there's so many great tracks on that. So it's cool that this was done for this film, but I'd love the same thing to be done with Buster. So we have some color photos. Again, this is tons of stuff. And so this would all have been like promotional press stuff. And so it's like reproductions, right? I don't think these are originals, but it's reproductions. Okay, so here's this. This is a program from a film festival. So when this would have premiered, this is a program. It's in German. Yeah, this looks like it's like a German film festival or something. So again, it's a reproduction of this. So if you're like a film buff and a Peter Gabriel buff, here's a great shot of Peter Gabriel. Okay, that needs to go up in the studio. This is like a reproduction photo of, and when I say reproduction, I mean like it's not just a piece of paper. It's like it is a piece of paper, but it's a photo. It's like feels really good, glossy. That's going up in the studio. Peter is a guy who's like many faces, right? Like I was watching that Drumeo Phil doc recently, and like Phil looks so different than he did even in the Turn It On Again era tour. But Peter's the same way. Like Peter's had many faces. Okay, this is insane. This is Cinema Square magazine. Oh, this is okay. It opens from the left, so it's a Japanese program. It's a Japanese book all about the film. It talks about the soundtrack, but this is all in Japanese. I'll do some B-roll. Pictures of the film. I don't know if this is like a synopsis. Some other films here. So yeah, this is like the cast of Birdy. So some sort of Cinema Square magazine. It's like a tribute to the film Birdy, and it's this I believe is Japanese. And this is another reproduction, which is so cool. Here we have a fold-out poster. Again, please, somebody do this for Buster. I would be so into this. I mean, this is cool, but I've never seen the film Birdy. The soundtrack is phenomenal. In the sense that it's like just very nice, ambient, cool music. Sometimes it's a bit abrasive, but it's cool music. Oh, this is a Variety. So this is a reproduction of an ad, full-page ad in Variety for your consideration, best screenplay. So this is like what they put in trade magazines when they're trying to get the members of the Academy to nominate them for Oscars. So that's a reproduction newspaper or a trade magazine ad. Here is another what looks like a German program from a film festival. This is very cool. Oh, it's based on a book. I should grab that book. That looks cool. I should add that to my collection. So this is from Warner Columbia, a reproduction of this little book here. We have a poster, which probably would have been like a full-page ad in a magazine. That's really cool. Yeah, so this looks like it was a fold-out poster or something, and that's a reprint of that. Another. This looks like a promotional booklet, a synopsis of the film, some quotes from the media. So I don't know what this would have been used for. Maybe when you go see the film, you get that or something. A glossy photo from the film, another one from the film. And this is the coolest thing of all. This is a script. This must be, okay, so this is Birdy. Obviously this wouldn't be the full movie. But you have these technical credits, and then Birdy, the making of the film. Okay, so it's a little biography, kind of maybe a writer's commentary on the film and the history of it, where it came from. Yes, this looks like a big journal of like the making of the film. I don't know what this would have been. And then the cast. Okay. Synopsis, a little bit of information. Okay, so it's not a script. It looks like it was a script. But it's just write-ups about the film and mini biographies. A mini biography of the director of photography, Peter Gabriel. In August 1975, Peter Gabriel surprised the rock world when he announced he would be leaving Genesis after 7-year tenure as a lead singer frontman of the group. Yeah, Birdy is Peter's first film soundtrack. I guess the Temptation of Christ was after this. Interesting. Okay. So that's that. That's pretty cool. The vinyl again has a hype sticker on it, which is really interesting. You know, I don't know if we'll ever do a review of this soundtrack. I have noticed that oh, John Hassel's on here. That's cool. Yeah, so there's stuff right from the Heat. There's stuff from some of his first few records. The Heat is like a section of the Rhythm of the Heat. San Jacinto, I believe parts of Family Snapshot is on here. There's something I thought there was, like, I don't know if it's the slow marimbas. I felt like there was something I'm hearing bits and pieces of from So, but I think my timeline's wrong. There might not be pieces from So in this because this was 84. So I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was the Birds song, but maybe I'm confusing that with stuff from Family Snapshot. Partly produced by Daniel Lanois and Peter Gabriel. This is kind of an essential for everyone's collection, I think. Even if you don't get this box set or the reissue vinyl, you know, you can pick up the vinyl fairly easy at record fairs, record stores. And then we have the Blu-ray. Maybe I will watch that at some point. I don't know if it's on the streaming services. I'll leave this unopened. You know, maybe we'll do a giveaway sometime and give away some of this stuff. But yeah, it's very, very cool. Like I said, if you are a fan of this film, then it's like you need to own this. If you're a big fan of Peter's soundtrack work, in fact, my first coming to Peter, my introduction to Peter was Mercy Street on the closing credits of a film. Well, not a film. It was a movie called The Bone Collector from the mid-90s, if you remember that, starring Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie, I think. That's where I first heard Mercy Street. If you're a big fan of Peter and a big fan of Peter's soundtrack work, then this is probably essential for your collection. If you're a big fan of Phil, and why you're subscribed to this channel, maybe not so much, but it certainly is a cool product. And, you know, if you like rounding out your collection with big, substantial pieces, this is really cool. And I'll tell you what, the whole time I'm doing this, I'm thinking, why didn't they do this for Buster? I mean, Buster, that would be really, really cool. And I don't know if Concord owns Buster, the soundtrack, but that's due for a repress. I mean, Big Noise instrumental, which I don't know if it's on the actual soundtrack, if that was just a B-side. Loco and Acapulco is I think Phil's top 10 best written songs. Loco and Acapulco, co-write, of course. But yeah, I mean, that's a soundtrack that's due for a reissue. And then I'm keeping this. I'm going to hang this in the studio. I've got pictures of Phil everywhere, so I probably should do one picture of Peter Gabriel. Click the link below. I'll put a link to where I got this, and let me know if you have this, and let me know what you think of Birdy the film. Is it something I should take some time to watch, or is it like a creepy art house film? But you let me know, and also let me know what you think of the soundtrack. I have been listening to the vinyl quite a bit, and I do like it. I'm a fan of that type of experimental, quasi-ambient, neoclassical, weird, non-vocal music. So I enjoy that. Anyway, thanks for watching.